Hey guys, Friday, the day of the week that people that work look forward to. But as Chuck will tell you, it doesn't really matter for me because when I'm not here, I'm on the corner with my cardboard sign, "We'll work for beer and gun parts." I'm trying to think what's actually wrong with that. Huh. But before, because it was a personal request from my good friend Steve, Meal Team 66. Finally, this I already told you I don't care if it has to run a little bit longer, so be it. This has just been a lousy time of the year, and not just for me. I don't want to. I don't want to get into it because I haven't been specifically told that it's okay to talk about it, but two of my sponsors and people that to me are more than just companies, these people are part of my family. Uh, you know, both of them are just going through an absolutely hellacious time, and it's health issues, and both of them are the situations are really bad, and my heart sinks and my prayers go out for what you guys are both going through, and it's an identical situation for both of them. And so coupled with that and everything going on, it's like up until yesterday I had nothing to show you guys. As you know, it was a buffer tube and a bunch of strip shit and a barrel. But yesterday, Teal Blue Bravo got the 15 and a half inch Odinworks Key Mod handguard. So that meant I was able to put the barrel nut on. Because I was able to put the barrel nut on, I was able to put the gas block and the tube in place. Right now, I'll show it to you. It's just for just aesthetics. There is a muzzle device on it. One of my personal favorites, the GRG. You are not going to get more performance for less money, period. I think it's funny that someone goes out and spends $120 on a muzzle brake, and this guy delivered to your door for $23 is more than likely going to outperform it. But I have a very special one planned to go on here, a very special one, and hopefully I'll get that sooner than later. But instead of showing you just threads, I wanted to show you that. And then of course, you saw the video from Luther stocks, and that's what is going on the giveaway gun. So a subtle drum roll, because we're still looking at a gun without internal parts and trigger and all those goodies, but this thing is looking pretty good. So Steve, here you go. Here's the flyby. It's a long ass thing. I'm probably gonna collide with basement parts. There you go. There's the thing that I just hands down, that GRG brake. That's not going to the winner. There'll be something else there. We got your Troy. Got your Troy low profile flip up sights. This beautiful key mod. Got the Strike Fire red and green dot. As you guys know, did the modification, put the PDQ bolt release in there. My man Josh, Urban Armed, sent a Gunfighter ambi, and then that absolutely fantastic Luther stock. So, what do you think? it's a start. The internal stuff, though, unless something changes, little heads up for you guys, this is going to have the Geisel. This would be the Super Dynamic Enhanced, same one that I have in my pistol. Waiting on some controls from Battle Arms Development, of course. So that what this is so far. You know what I love about stock buffers? Nothing. That is all coming from the buffer, but don't worry, I've got a plan for that. Oh, that's right, and it was going to be a mystery as to what we're looking at today. Was it going to be the 6-month oak aged from Bent Paddle? Or I'm thinking we're going to go something totally evil. Pentagram from Surly. Beware, it says on the back. What can I tell you about it? The proof is kind of funny. It is 6.66% by volume. 666. Surly is out of Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. And this one is... Actually, I understand that it has been retired. I'm not exactly sure how long it is aged, but the bottle is pretty cool. I'm probably going to hang on to this bottle if I live, if I live through the experience. Dark beer. It is fermented in stainless, and then it's aged in used red wine barrels. And we already know that it has to be good because it has the wax seal on there. I was gonna, get that off of there before showing it to you, but I figured you guys had to see it, so just give me a second. Let me get that off of there without injuring myself, which probably easier said than done. I could go for a good blunt force injury. I don't know about you guys. Without getting wax all over the place. Alright. Can't really show you the bottle top. On the other hand, let's see, what opener, duh! What opener do you use when you're opening an evil bottle of Pentagram? Well, of course you use a skull or a gargoyle opener. Let's see if I took enough wax off here we can get in. Ooh, maybe I won't be using this one. Alex, oh, here we go. There. It looks something like this. Ooh, this is me special for you guys. Six, six, six. Right now, Paul at PA Brew News is twitching. Anything with the sign of the devil. Wow, it reminds me of a few of them that I've had from the brewery. It has a sweet tartness to it. Almost like a sour sweet tartness. Oh, you saw there was carbonate. I could have gone a little bit more crazy. I didn't know how this was going to go. 666, I just figured if it could go wrong, it would on this bottle, but it has almost a almost a reddish brown color to it. But who gives a flying shit how it looks? Cheers. Should have Chuck here to review this. You know, I don't know how many of you could possibly follow this channel and not be subscribed to Chuck over at My Hollow Point. I mean, no matter what you think goes on between the two of us, you know, people assume this and people assume that. The fact is that Chuck is a complete fucking asshole. And, you know, what else can you say? Chuck just recently did a brew review on Lake Superior Brewing's Christmas Ale, which is one that I absolutely enjoy, and they had a fresh batch of it in. I have to actually go get some, and yeah, I'll put a link down below if you haven't seen Chuck's one and only, and probably never again, brew review. His ability to pick out the finer nuances and explore the interaction between the beer and his taste buds is priceless. Cheers, guys. And cheers to you, Chuck. Dick. Wow. A lot of reminiscence with oh, I don't remember which one it was from the brewery, if it was a Tart of Darkness, or there's been several of them. Oh man, the flavor is just, oh Chuck, man, you just tear this one up, man. And Paul Hasman was the one that actually, you know, sent it, or in this case, you know, wasted a perfectly good 6-pack. And in retrospect, Paul, you probably could have just have sent him the one. Saved yourself a little shipping and enjoyed the other 5. But who knew, you know? Maybe Chuck would have loved it. Wow. I mean, the first thing you get is a very strong and intense sour. A little bit of sweetness, definitely not your you know, like trying to think of, you know, there isn't a heck of a lot of, not like a sangria or something, but it just doesn't have that candy sweetness. There's a little sweetness note to it, but just a very intense sourness to it. And right behind that, you get like a dry, bitter spot, and then you get some dark fruits in there. Can't tell if that's like almost like a subtle tobacco. Then wait for it, and then as you get towards the finish, you almost get a completely different change. If for some weird reason all you would get was the finish of this beer, you would never pin the start for that intense sour. But there's like a dark fruit, kind of a, you know, like a grassy tobacco kind of finish. Some red wine right there at the end, and then almost like a just a real subtle coffee, but a little less subtle on some chocolate, but you just get that like right at the very end. Wow. I'd get in the car and go get another one of these right now if it wasn't for the fact that it's $25 for that. 25 bucks. Obviously, not the most that I've paid for a bottle of beer, but I'm sorry. Anything anything over a certain amount just gets damn with it. You know, I thought it was, I thought it was bad when I like that Mickler 1000. That was like $10, and the Dogfish Head 120 is $10 a bottle. Well, I guess this is still not a bad deal though. If you figure it's 25 for 750 milliliters or whatever this is, because the other two that I mentioned in their price range, that's just a 12-ounce bottle for $10. So I guess all things considered, but it's still. Oh, and this is marked 2014, and like I said, I believe this is retired. So pint, 94 fluid ounces, so 750 milliliters. So if you're going off of price per ounce, this is in the same category as the Dogfish Head or whatever. Now I have to say, if they shot for, obviously they did, trying to get their alcohol percentage at 6.66, that's cool and all, but I can imagine what this would be like if they could pick that up and get this into the 14%, kind of in that range. That would be awesome to try too, but I think I understand what they're doing there. Pentagram 666, that's right. I'm fast on this kind of shit. Almost some kind of a fruit like peel, like sour bitterness up front, but the complexity and what is taking place through the swallow is pretty incredible. It's just like starts as one thing, has something different, has something in the middle, and then by the time you get to the finish, it's yet something completely different. It's just really weird to get that sourness up front, and by the time you get to the other end, it's almost like you had a sip of some kind of an imperial stout or something. It's kind of the finish that it leaves you with, versus the start. The start is just that intense sour. And just even though it's aged in the spends a little time in the red wine barrels, it's you definitely get that, like just towards the middle part of it. Wow, it's just a lot. Just a lot going on this. And being that it's, Surly Brewing Company here in this shithole state, I'm not sure what their distribution is like, if this is something that you get a chance to try. But if you've ever taken my advice and tried any of the stuff from the brewery, and I mean, I know some people, if you're just like this, say you're just a Pilsner guy or whatever, I don't know if you'd like, or I'm not gonna like I'm some kind of snob and say, you know, this would be beyond you. But if you're just into the Pabst and the Budweisers and Busch and Miller and that kind of thing, I don't think you're gonna really like this, because the initial what you're getting is, it's not really a beer like thing because of that intense sourness to it, but it kind of changes. And like I said, if you stop long enough and wait for everything just to catch up, the absolute end, the finish that you're left with is very smooth and just very reminiscent of a decent imperial stout. You get like that chocolate and coffee like leftover in there, and literally all that sourness is just completely gone. It's just like, it's like beer magic is taking place in your mouth. I try to give you guys as much material to work with as possible. Wow. I was thinking for 750 milliliters that this would be something I'd have to nurse my way through, but it's really good. And no. What? I think she has a personal goal of seeing if she can get in on every brew review in one way or the other. I have not. What am I at right now? It's been 21 minutes total. You want to try this?
You always ask me, do I want to try it? And what do you always say?
Don't. I'm not going to hand you this. If you're going to sniff it and hand it back to me, you have to take at least one little sniff.
I always sniff.
It's got red wine in it.
Ugh. That's disgusting. Tastes like vinegar. Just something a little bit bigger.
Yeah, right here, baby.
Okay.
Bigger than that, not without going on a look for a box thing, which, as you can plainly see, I'm busy right now.
Okay. It's dark. It tastes shitty, like vinegar, and a story. We're done.
I didn't even enjoy the... Well, it's got a... I think it's got a sour, like, peel. I don't really think that's a... You think that's vinegary?
To me, no. But see, everybody's taste buds are different. I bet if you gave it to 10 different people, they've come up with 10 different...
But if you notice, if your taste buds are anything like mine anyway, after you're done, that whole initial bitterness is gone. And it kind of leaves you with a coffee or a chocolate finish.
What, this one? Mm-hmm. No, I still taste the bitter. Right on the end of my tongue.
What was that again?
Tongue. This is why I don't do beer reviews.
You know, you could add some wine reviews to your cooking. Mix them up. A little cooking, little wine reviews.
You think so?
I don't know. What are you doing, Shelby?
I haven't even done a cooking video in I don't even know how long.
We've already been over this.
I know.
I'm glad you liked it.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, but look at the bottle. Isn't that a cool bottle?
No.
Paul from PA Brew News would love that bottle.
It's a pentagram.
Mm-hmm. You know what the proof is? It's 6.66% by volume. 666.
Did witches make this?
I don't know. have to contact the people at Surly. This is actually a Minnesota brewery.
It is?
Yep. They're in they're down by the cities.
St. Paul?
It is in Brooklyn Center. Just north.
My old stomping grounds.
Just north of the cities. Hey, when you're done with that, can you go make me a sandwich?
No.
I got it. Oh, I've never showed that yet. Or did I show that?
What's that?
The bell that Glockgeist William sent, so I can ring it so you can bring me another beer.
I'm not your beer bitch. Is this for the... I don't want to get it in the picture.
Yeah.
Is this for the giveaway?
Yeah, Long 13 here makes those and sent it.
Oh, that's really sweet looking.
I don't think... I showed that in a brew review. I haven't shown it anywhere else. The bloody handprint.
I like that.
I would put it in the gun, but there's nothing to hold it in there because we're missing all those parts. Someone sent an AFG, you know, the angled foregrip, but this is a key mod, and by the time you're done putting the chunk under there and then the key mod, I decided it looks stupid, but the next owner can make their own decision. Oh, yeah. God, this is...
That woman looks like Demi Moore.
Those boobs don't look real either. They look a little too feisty. But according to Wonder Birdman, they all taste the same.
Thank you, Robin. I will never look at chicken the same way ever again. I don't go making comments about walnuts.
I gotta check in on him. I haven't heard from him lately. I kind of miss all Wonder Birdman's spiritual comments left on the brew reviews.
There's all kinds of comments left on your brew review.
Yeah, I don't always get a chance to respond back, but reading all the comments cracks me up. Especially Chuck. Love Chuck.
Chuckles. Okay, I'm sorry. I really seriously thought that you were done and I did not mean to partake in your brew review.
Hey, this is a good time though to put it on the E scale. You guys probably don't have to be psychic. Surly's Pentagram. The lighting kind of makes it so that there you go. That's a better look at it. This is a 10. This is very complex. Beware, you've been warned. I honestly wish it wasn't $25 a bottle. This is something that can, get a little. You can do some aging on this, or drink it right away, which we did. So, unleash the Pentagram. You've been warned. Yeah, this is really good. I really like the, but I honestly say a lot of these kind of beers are not going to be for everybody. I'm sure you'd just be able to figure it out by when I said, "Wow, is that sour?" that one may not be for you. Let's see, what else can we roll on? You know what? I'm living on the edge, man. I'm gonna go for I'm hoping to be 2 heavy hitters in a row. Not $25 a bottle, but $15 a bottle. Tomorrow, let's look at Bent Paddles Double Black, barrel aged, 6 months. It's barrel aged for 6 months in whiskey barrels. Conditioned for 6 months in oak bourbon barrels. Our limited edition barrel aged double black is a full-bodied ale that definitely walks the line between deep chocolate coffee tones and notes of vanilla and dark stone fruits, punctuated with a bourbon whiskey finish. This is the perfect cold weather companion on a brisk north woods night. And this was a, 10%, if memory serves? why would it not say? Yeah, 10.4%. So let's take a look at that tomorrow. And going off of what you see it now, I'll get this cleaned up prior to the peen. Okay, guys. Cheers. Damn it, that's good. And again, by request from Steve, Meal Team 66. Yeah. I don't know. I know some people, I'll be honest, I'll address it. I really like the way the ATI Scorpions feel. Some people don't really care for the look, think it looks a little gaudy. Overall, what I like about it is it has a really nice hard textured front, which I have this one. Well, I've got this one on two guns. I have it on both of my babies, the 22 and the 5.56 gun. I just don't have it on the pistol. But if I take it off of here, it's definitely not a slam on ATI or Jeff Gunwild 1. He's the one that sent this. But because if you look at it by design, this is one of those grips that really does move you back, you know, over a half of an inch back farther than a lot of other grips. And that, if you have shorter fingers, you know, for me, I'm still right there on the PDQ. But the boys over at PDQ, Mike and Bill, you know, they've tested numerous configurations and setups, and he said that you know, they like the ATI grip as far as a grip goes, but he says it can make it a little awkward for some shooters to comfortably get up to the PDQ. So out of respect for that, I might swap that grip out and then try the Magpul. I don't know. I have several different things around here. Figure one out. So there's a little sneak peek. On the 19th, you know, every time we've done one of these giveaways, usually on the actual, hey, we're gonna do a giveaway, I have something that I can show people. But this one, this whole thing has kind of turned into a little bit of a train wreck, and unfortunately, most of the problems are coming in for bad and sad health related things. Again, my heart goes out to a couple of my friends and their families for what they are now going through, especially this time of the year. I don't even know what else to say other than my prayers go out for you guys, and I hope there's good news. One of them doesn't sound like it's gonna be good news. So okay, guys, cheers again. Thanks to all of you, because it's the interacting, and if nothing else, at least seeing all the absolutely ridiculously funny comments that you guys come up with, truly keeps it going and makes it fun. So we'll see tomorrow, and we'll take a look at that bent paddle. I'm really wanting to give that a try. If it turns out that it's really good, it's a pretty hard to get thing, even right here. I don't know what bent paddles distribution is like, but that the day I bought my bottle, there was 6 left in the cooler, and when I bought the last one, when I went over and picked the one up for Johnny, so I don't know if they're gonna be able to get more in or not. Probably means it's really gonna be really damn good. Just evil. So, cheers, guys.